spoke to my buddy Bill, first time since his brother's passing. He's lost two brothers, dad in the last 3 years, and two younger brothers. And you know what? You got to tell people that you love, tell them you love them. And everybody, this is the thing. I hadn't heard from him, and I was like, well, we talk about everything. I haven't heard from him. And you know what? Everybody deals with grief and loss differently. And he couldn't talk to anybody. And I respect that because, we all deal with things differently. It crushed him. It broke him. And it's understandable. Break me too if that happened to me. You bury your brothers, something you don't ever forget. You lose your dad, you can't talk to him anymore. There's no more phone calls with these people. No more, all you have is memories. You can't just say, you're having a bad day or something, you call your brother, call your dad. Can't do that anymore. So I'm sending my love to my buddy Bill. I am. And I'm glad we spoke. And he takes, you take care of you now. Dude, you just take, I was more concerned. I just wanted to make sure it was okay. And you know what? He had to, he had to get there his own way. And I have to respect that. And just tell him I'm here for him. I love you. I got your back. All right? So, I was all excited, pumped, and we just talked to him. So it kind of brought me down a little bit, which is understandable because, your friends hurting, you start hurting. But I'll tell you, I'm a proud alumni of FDU. Now, I went to Madison. I didn't go to TNEC. I took a class. I did a radio show. JD Talking Sports, dropped the G, started at TNEC. And last night, 16 beats a 1. And, Edie, they just didn't get it going with him. And they had a stat that no team, no Big Ten number 1 seed had been behind since 85. Michigan was behind to FDU in 85. And they ended up beating FDU that year by 5, Michigan, and lost the next round to the eventual national champion, number 8 seed, Villanova. So that's kind of interesting. So FDU is going to play Florida Atlantic, which got their first win ever in a tournament game, tomorrow with a chance to play in the Sweet 16 at MSG. How crazy is that? This is a team, Fairleigh Dickinson, that shouldn't even have been in the tournament because Merrimack won the conference tournament, but because they were transitioning from D2 to D1, wasn't allowed to go play in March Madness. So FDU has to win a play-in game. They have to win a tournament game. And before yesterday, Sweet 16 versus 1 had been 1 win, 150 losses. FDU had been 0-5. The NEC had been 0-31. I mean, just 0-0-0-0-0. And they get the win. Now, this is the thing, too, is that, they have a KenPom, which is the rankings of the team. And UMBC, when they beat Baltimore County, when they beat UVA, was 188. FDU was, and, I'm going to have to find it, but it was over 300s. There's only 363 teams in D1, and they were in the 300s. 300. Yeah, 300s. I mean, yeah, so I'm just like, what? Are you kidding me? This doesn't happen. FDU was a 23.5 point underdog. This was the biggest men's tournament upset spread-wise since 1985 by beating Purdue. And somebody won $45,000 because they won both halves of the game. Yeah, their KenPom was ridiculous. Ridiculous how low it was. It was, things, this should never happen. I'm sorry. I know there's parity now, but you're a 16 team. You play in the NEC, which is not a very good conference, and you get it done. Yeah. They ranked 298 out of 363 teams in KenPom. That's what they had. And when UMBC beat Virginia, they were 166 of 351. I mean, it shouldn't happen, right? But it happened. Yeah, and this is the thing. We just witnessed the greatest upset in history of the tournament, and Tobin Anderson a couple nights ago said, the more I watch Purdue, the more I think we could beat them. He said that to the team on Wednesday. He said, I think we could beat them. And Purdue's last 3 tournaments, this year they lost to 16 seed FDU. Last year they lost to 15 seed St. Peter's. And the year before they lost to 13 seed North Texas. You have Princeton. You have FDU both winning their games.